That's what I use when I go to
Cross-examination is perfect.
My name is Rebecca Pollock, and I'm here at Napa New Technology High School. I've taught here for 5 years in American Studies, where I am the English portion of the class.
And I'm Stephen Federico, and I'm the history component of the same class, and this is my 4th year here at New Tech High.
What are the legal precedents that we're going to use and look at and focus on?
This school is very unique because it's project-based learning. So all of the learning is done through real-world projects that go on. We emphasize 21st century skills. Students work in teams and collaborate to produce a final product. It's a very unique environment, a 1-to-1 student-computer ratio, and we're definitely doing some groundbreaking work here in education.
Does everyone understand what the background questions are going to be? So say Aitana and Claire, your group submits your witness descriptions to your opposing leader. They now get to write some questions that they want answered.
This project is called Monkey Trial. It is a mock school board hearing. The students are assigned a side that they have to defend. One is for the inclusion of intelligent design in the teaching of biology classrooms alongside evolution. The other side is arguing against the inclusion of intelligent design in the science classroom. So they get assigned a team. The teams are about 8 to 10 people. The group leaders did get to choose their team, and they have to defend whatever side they end up on. They have to choose witnesses that they think are going to support their side. They have to find relevant legal cases that they think are going to help support whatever their argument is. They come up with an opening argument, closing statement, the whole process that would be involved in a trial, even though it is a school board hearing.
Tell me what you know.
I know that we're arguing that we should teach all scientific theories, and because intelligent design is a scientific theory and evolution is a scientific theory, they should be taught side by side.
So what are they saying?
What they're saying is that evolution has some cold hard proof and intelligent design not, so that way now they're trying to turn around as intelligent design is now just a belief because there is no hard evidence.
How the heck are we going to turn an argument into that?
Traditional debates, especially in college, for the most part, you don't have a choice on which side you're going to argue, and so this was a skill that we felt very necessary for them to understand and to be able to do that, because many of them did come up to us and say, I don't know if I can do this. I really feel strongly against this. It was a real eye-opening experience because I think a lot of them surprised themselves at being able to overcome that first obstacle and then realize to distance themselves from their personal opinions and then continue on the path to getting the job done.
We're trying to research like a good definition of intelligent design to kind of to explain to people what it is and show them how it has nothing to do with creationism. And then we're also trying to find out what a scientific theory really is, and then tie that back into intelligent design to prove that it is a scientific theory.
I think they're really starting to get into their roles. I'm seeing a lot of collaboration going on. I think they're really starting to understand what they need to do and how to form their arguments.
We always have individual assignments that are going on while they have their larger presentation or project to complete. One is they have an individual report that they all need to do that is writing up about the history of the separation of church and state in regards to education. They're also reading the play, Inherit the Wind, focused on the Scopes Monkey Trial. They have discussions about the play that are taking place.
One of the activities that we have them participate in that's extremely valuable is a jigsaw of relevant legal cases that have to do with the separation of church and state in the United States.
They brought the AU in, and the AU had this whole 3-year trial versus them. Eventually they won in 2007. So the Bible was taken out because it was against the Establishment Clause.
So the pair gets one of those cases and they have to present it to the rest of the class. So it's kind of like a mini project. And that exposes them to all of these different issues that are going on around the general theme of what the project is about. What was great about this activity is it also gives the students cases that they can use in their school board hearing.
It's a scientific theory, so that's what we can start doing?
But really the main component of what goes on is we take a big step back.
Okay.
And it's time for the groups to get together. It's time for them to come up with a game plan of how they're going to delegate work for the presentation, who's going to do what, who's going to start on what. And for the most part, we're stepping back, letting them get going on that and making ourselves available to come over and answer questions, which is a great thing.
If you're going to have a witness who's going to maybe be someone who
We have a
stands
couple
for this.
professors that
Great.
professors and people who like have taught about it and argued for intelligent design.
They, whoever those witnesses are, need to become familiar with these terms.
Should I say, would you go so far as to say that
by suppressing intelligent design in the classrooms?
we have a record that you're a practicing priest? Yes, I started training at the age of 29 and became one 3 years later.
I printed 2 and there's like 14 papers each and it's crazy. Okay, so there is some confusion at the printer, but I think I got it.
Anything that's going to help you with your cross-examination. This is the time to come up with these questions, all right? You do need to get those to your opposing team by the end of class today. So you have an hour and 15 minutes to do this.
There's a lot of little deadlines that will go on that will keep them on track, keep them on task, and help guide them towards what they need to be working on a particular day. Because a lot of our class is built around student work time.
So guys, how about you start just practicing like with each other, like groups, and making have other people listening. Opening statement, okay?
All right, so today we are here with one of the largest controversies of our time. In the past, this argument has been conceived, and today we are to hear it again.
Mr. Wells, may you please inform the court on who you are?
Certainly. My name is Jonathan Corringham Wells. I have got my PhD at Yale University for Religious Studies. I've also got my master's.
They're all perfectly capable of thinking for themselves.
What do you mean by this?
It's what I've noticed throughout my...
All right, my friends. The true test will be upon us all tomorrow. Make sure that you're prepared.
Bobby, John.
Make sure you have your note cards. You know what you're going to say. You know what you can and cannot object to.
So then the day comes of our mock school board hearing.
Okay, I got my bright orange cue cards.
I got my neon green.
We have parents that come in. They are our school board panel. We have to brief them what's going to be taking place, what their decision is going to mean, which is not a student's grade. They're just looking at how persuasive each side is in their argument.
We'll also have former students be on that panel as well as other educators, which makes it a more realistic school board.
We've been working on this forever, so we're going to be okay.
Definitely nervous, but slightly confident and excited about it, and I hope that everything goes well.
Will the opponent please give their opening statement? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the school board. Today we are here once again to prove to you that intelligent design should not be taught in a science classroom.
It is the nature of science to test and retest explanations against the natural world. How can we test and retest explanations against the natural world if we only have tools from the natural world?
We are not challenging the separation of church and state because intelligent design has nothing to do with religion. We are not asking to teach creationism in schools because, once again, intelligent design has nothing to do with creationism. We must not leave students in the dark and suppress their education any longer, now or ever. Thank you. I think that it went well considering all of the setbacks. We definitely weren't prepared for that part of the cross-examination where one of our witnesses got disreputed. We should have gone over some of his history to make sure that that wouldn't have happened. I feel like I'm the only one who really messed up, which is good because at least no one else did.
So the verdict for my hearing, according to the school board, is that the opponents, Robert's team, won the hearing. Congratulations.
Very close.
And for mine, Isabel and Claire's team, the opponents, or Isabel's team, won, so congratulations on that.
I would like to give kudos to Claire for being a great group leader and for keeping the group in order when things were falling apart.
Kudos to Bobby. I wasn't on his team, but he made a lot of objections that made sense to me, even though they were overruled. Good job, smiley face.
Oh, he's not here, but we'll give him a round of applause.
There's never a guarantee that they're going to be ready for this project, but that's a big part of the learning process in this environment is kind of understanding how much work needs to go into something, understanding that failure sometimes can lead you in the direction of knowledge, and that does happen a lot in project-based learning, especially when you're dealing with a presentation, with a live audience. Nerves get in the way sometimes as well, as we see, but overcoming that is going to help them in the long run and out in the real world.
You did really good. You had answers and you provided answers and you did.
And I was a lot teacher.
I think Clara was good. And you didn't contradict yourself. You did fine.
Thank you very much, Judge Cepeda, and thank you, Bailiff Nelson. We appreciate your help. Good job, everyone.